Hi guys, welcome back. So here in this session, I'll explain another error. Generally, this is not the common error actually. The error which is taking place, it's I can say like configuration mistakes. So one of my student is there, and what she has done. So look at here, guys. Now, there is the transaction. So while posting the transaction, TDS is not getting calculated. Okay. So click on simulate and look at here. TDS is not getting calculated. So what is the root cause? What is the reason that we have to find out? So now let me check here. So first of all, what we have to do? So when the TDS is not getting calculated, the first thing you have to check is go to master data. Okay. So this is S4 HANA. We can use BP transaction code, or else to make it simple, you can use even like XK02 also. This will also redirect you to the BP transaction code itself. This is the vendor and this is the company code, and here apply a check mark on withholding tax. It will take you to the BP screen. Okay, so look at here we have come. So tax type TZ, tax code is TZ, and here the check mark is already applied. So here I couldn't find any problem, guys. Now what next? The next one is we can go to SIMG. SIMG means directly it will take you to implementations guide. In ECC, what is happening, guys? SPRO and then implementation guide, right? And then it was like taking you to IMG, SPRO, and then reference IMG, right? Here SIMG directly you can use. Press enter. Financial accounting. Then we have global setting, and here we are having withholding tax, extended withholding tax. Basic setting, no need to check anything. Calculation onwards, we are going to check. So tax type, let me check the tax type is there or somebody has deleted. So TZ is already there, right? Double click, there is no any problem. I couldn't find anything here, right? Okay. Oh my god, yes, there is a problem, guys. There is a problem. Double click. Here itself I found. Here itself. Look at here. Now the problem is there. Where is the problem? Accumulations. So accumulations per month she has updated, right? So this is a particular scenario, right? So generally what happened? The tax calculations. Let's suppose TDS is going to be calculated, right? So TDS is going to be calculated, but the thing is like, let's suppose there is a requirement that TDS will be calculated only if the overall invoice amount reaches a particular limit, then only TDS will be calculated. So I don't know like what limits he has given. So it's okay. Now what we have to do, just apply a check mark. Just what do you say this one? Select no accumulations. If you select no accumulations, then I think system will not, it means like whatever the conditions were there. Let's suppose earlier there were the conditions that TDS can be deducted if the amount is still 1 lakh. In the sense overall, like if the amounts exceed 1 lakh, then only TDS will be calculated. So here what happened, now we are posting invoice worth of 1000, then if you post invoice 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, TDS will not be calculated. System will accumulate all amount, and once it cross this 1 lakh limit, then only TDS will be calculated, right? So here now go to FB60, and now let me check here what is happening. So again, same amount I am going to put here, and GL account amount, and click on simulate. Still it is not getting calculated, guys. Why? Okay, just now we have made the changes, right? So no, I have done this thing. Let me do once again. Let me do it once again, guys. I think we have to check some more things then in that case. Click on withholding tax, and here, okay. So click on simulate. It's not getting calculated. Okay. Now there is another thing I noticed here. When I click on withholding tax, right? When I click on this withholding tax, look at here. It is appearing in here in this is in display mode. Display mode means now which vendor is there? This is the vendor, and what is the reconciliation account? The reconciliation account, just go to FS00, FS00, and here liability, right? account payable. So reconciliation account G067, of course. Now go to /NOB C5 and here TZR is the company code. Field status variant TSV. So go to OB C4. I recommend all of my students to keep the same code as a field. Whatever your company code is there, better to keep the same code as a field status variant so that no need to check it OBC5 again and again. Even other codes also like tolerance groups are there, or else if you define chart of account, if you define any other settings, right? So if 4-digit codes are there, better to keep your company code itself. Now, so TSV, okay, for data group. Let me check here. And in G001, what is happening? So taxes, okay, here, and then go to G067, right, in reconciliation account also. So in reconciliation account, that is fine, it is optional. And for G001, I think, let me do one thing. Can I make it optional here for G001? Okay, so here taxes, let me make it optional and then save it. And then let me check if any impact is there here. So FB60 once again, and okay, so if you click on withholding tax, now look at here, now it become editable. Okay, so those field was actually hidden, right? So click on simulate and still tax is not getting calculated. So it's okay. This is again whatever setting I have done, guys. Most of the people are making that mistake also. Because of that also it is not getting calculated. Okay, so this is the second solution I have shown. Now, so still it is not getting calculated. So what to do? Now once again I have to check the configurations here. Okay, so now I saved it. Okay, just come back and then let me check the other things. So not here, just go to tax code, right? Exit. So go to tax code and let me check here. Anything is there in tax code? So in tax code again, TG is the tax code, guys. TG. So here everything is fine. 10% posting indicator, that is also fine. Here there is no issue, guys. Okay. Now define formula, no need to check it. Minimum, maximum, is there anything she has specified here? So let me check here. Minimum, maximum, so TG is there. Yes, it is here. So here also now what is happening, guys? This is the another condition, right? There is another conditions. Another condition means, look at here. The tax will be calculated only if the minimum base amount is how much? It is 10,000. And how much amount I have entered here, guys? The amount which I have entered, that is 1,000 only. So base amount is 1,000, whereas she has given conditions that base amount must be more than 10,000. Actually, this is associated with the previous one. Previous in the sense like that accumulation is there, right? So it is associated with the accumulation. So generally what happened? No accumulation. I did no accumulations, but here also I was supposed to check, but that's fine. Now, so maybe if you guys are watching the video and let's suppose if somebody has made this kind of setting also, because of that also calculation is not possible, isn't it? So now what to do, guys? So here two things are there. Either you have to delete this setting, or else if you want to keep the setting, then that's fine. Then amount must be more than 10,000. If the amount is less than 10,000, system will not calculate TDS. But if I keep the amount, let's suppose 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, whatever it is, more than, let's suppose 10,000, in that case, TDS will be calculated. Let's suppose 12,000 here. Click on simulate and press enter and look at here. Now TDS is getting calculated. If it is less than 12,000, then TDS won't be calculated, right? If I post it, okay. So what is happening? Okay, this is another issue, guys. Again, this is another issue. In the sense we have to maintain the PAN. Okay, that is already I have explained in my classes how where to maintain the PAN details, and there is one more issue which is going to take place. So those are the another issues. Okay, in vendor master we can specify, right, the PAN details, then it is going to be posted. But yes, now TDS is getting calculated, and where she has to specify the PAN, that is already explained in my classes. So now I'll just stop the recording here itself. Okay. Or else I'll just do one thing, guys. I'll show you guys where to maintain the PAN details. So just do one thing. Again, you can go to XK02, XK02, and enter your vendor, and here, okay, just enter this address details and press enter. So it will take you to this BP, right? Now, where do we need to maintain the PAN? I think just here, country specific enhancement. Yes, just click here. And here we are having options. I think you have to come down, just come down here. Yes, here you can, right? So I've specify a PAN number and save it. Now, so here we have to, so supplier, this one does not match the interval. Oh my god, this is another issue, guys. Okay, this is another issues. So this does not match interval of number range TGR, this one. Okay, so this is number range related issues, and that's the reason I think system is throwing issue or what. Data content error or unconfirmed warnings. Make it yes. Okay, so is it there maintained? Let me come back. So it is not allowing me to save. Okay, once again XK02. Now let me check whether it is maintained or not. And let me click here. Let me check whether it is saved or not. So, okay, it is not saved, right? So again, what I have to do, guys, now in order to update this PAN, again, now I have to check here the BP related configurations, isn't it? So anyway, I shown here you have to maintain the PAN number. This is like a different inconsistencies that I can record separately in a different video. Okay, so here you can maintain the PAN if anybody is getting PAN related issues, and then you will be able to proceed further.